Have you noticed that some people have simply disappeared from your life lately? What if I told you that this isn't a coincidence, it isn't bad luck, and it's certainly not punishment? What's happening to you, Leo, is something much bigger than it seems. The universe is literally removing people from your path. And I know this can hurt, can seem confusing. It might even make you question if you did something wrong. But the truth I'm going to reveal in this video will completely change the way you see these departures, these absences, these separations that have marked your journey recently. Do you know that feeling of becoming lonely? That realization that friendships that seemed solid have begun to unravel? Relationships you thought would last forever have simply cooled down? People you helped, whom you welcomed, whom you loved, have simply disappeared or distanced themselves without a clear explanation. Well, that's exactly what we need to talk about today. Because while you may be feeling abandoned, rejected, or even questioning your worth, the cosmos is actually working in your favor in a way you haven't yet fully grasped. What I'm going to share with you today isn't just words of comfort. These are profound spiritual truths about the exact moment you're living through. And if you watch until the end, you'll understand not only why this is happening, but also what's about to come into your life because of these spaces that are being opened. Because when the universe removes something, it always has something infinitely better to put in its place. And Leo, what's coming to you is so grand that it needed space. A lot of space. So take a deep breath, grab some water, get comfortable, and prepare for a revelation that will transform the pain of these departures into gratitude. Prepare to understand that you are not being abandoned. You are being prepared. And this preparation is happening through something that may seem painful now, but that you will soon recognize as the greatest blessing in disguise you have ever received. First truth. The universe is performing an energy cleansing in your life. Leo, the first thing you need to understand with absolute clarity is that the universe isn't taking people away from you out of cruelty or by chance. What's happening is a deep, necessary, and perfectly orchestrated energetic cleansing by the cosmos. Think of your life as a house. Over time, we accumulate furniture, objects, things that made sense in the past but now only take up space. Some of these things we carry out of attachment, others out of fear of being without them, and others simply because we've become accustomed to them being there. But there comes a time when this house needs to be renovated. And for that to happen, it's necessary to remove what no longer serves us. The people who are leaving your life now are exactly like those objects. They served a purpose. They taught lessons. They shared moments. But their energy is no longer aligned with the frequency you are reaching. And here's something fundamental you need to engrave in your heart. When you are evolving spiritually, when you are rising to a new level of consciousness, not everyone can or wants to rise with you. This doesn't make them bad people. It simply means that the paths diverge because the directions are different now. The universe knows this. The universe sees what you cannot yet see clearly. It sees the energy that each person brings to your life. It perceives the vibrational patterns, the true intentions, the weight that certain connections place on your shoulders. And when you are about to enter a new phase, a higher version of yourself, a path that demands lightness and clarity, these misaligned energies need to leave. Not as punishment for them, but for your protection. Can you tell how many times you've felt drained after spending time with certain people? How many times have you needed to recharge your energy after conversations that seemed to suck your vitality? How many nights have you lost sleep thinking about problems that weren't even yours, but that you carried because of someone close to you? These are clear signs of energetic misalignment. And the universe, which is wise and compassionate, will not allow you to carry these burdens into the next phase of your journey. Energy cleansing also happens to remove people who were blocking your blessings without you realizing it. There are connections that act like lids. They close spaces where new things could enter. They block opportunities because they keep you stuck in old patterns. They hinder your growth because they trap you in a version of yourself that no longer exists. The universe is opening these containers. It is opening passages. It is creating channels through which abundance, true love, divine opportunities, and authentic connections can finally flow to you. And there's more. This cleansing is also happening to teach you about discernment, so that you learn to recognize who truly deserves to be in your sacred circle. Leo has a huge, generous heart, loves to give chances, and believes in people's potential. But not everyone is ready to honor that heart. Not everyone has the maturity or the intention to reciprocate what you offer. And you, my dear Leo, are now learning to differentiate between those who are by your side out of self-interest and those who are there out of genuine connection. So when you look at the empty spaces that are appearing in your life, change your perspective. Don't see abandonment. See cleansing. Don't see loss. See preparation. The universe is sweeping, organizing, purifying everything around you, because something so special is coming that it can't find your life cluttered with energies that no longer match who you are becoming. And this, Leo, is one of the greatest gifts the cosmos can give you at this moment. Second truth. You are vibrating at a higher frequency, and this repels those who cannot reach that frequency. Now let's talk about something that might sound strange at first, but makes perfect sense when you stop to think about it calmly. Every human being vibrates at an energetic frequency. This isn't empty mysticism. It's a reality that even science recognizes. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. And people are no different. Your thoughts, emotions, intentions, actions, all of this creates a specific frequency that you emit into the world. And guess what? You, Leo, are raising your frequency. You're leveling up. And that changes everything. When you begin to heal from old traumas, when you start establishing healthy boundaries, when you choose more positive thoughts, when you dedicate yourself to your personal and spiritual growth, your frequency increases. You begin to vibrate in self-love instead of neediness, in confidence instead of insecurity, in abundance instead of scarcity. And this internal change creates a different resonance. You literally become a different person, energetically speaking. And here's the crucial point. People who still vibrate at low frequencies cannot remain comfortable around those who vibrate at high frequencies. Think of a radio station. If you're tuned to a specific frequency and someone changes to another, the sound is lost. The connection breaks. It's not because the radio stopped working, but because the frequencies are no longer aligned. That's exactly what's happening in your relationships. You've changed frequencies and some people simply can't tune you in anymore. They might try for a while, but the connection becomes poor, full of static, uncomfortable for both sides. And you know what's fascinating about all this? Those who vibrate at lower frequencies often feel uncomfortable around those who vibrate at higher frequencies. Not out of malice, but because light reveals shadows. Your evolution, your brilliance, your inner peace act as a mirror for these people. They look at you and see everything they haven't yet achieved within themselves. They see the courage they lack. They see the healing they haven't yet sought. They see the happiness they haven't yet allowed themselves to feel. And that can be too uncomfortable. So they distance themselves. Not because you did something wrong, but because your light is too bright for eyes that still live in darkness. But there's something even deeper to it. When you raise your frequency, you automatically become incompatible with unnecessary drama, empty gossip, superficial conversations, relationships based on self-interest, friendships sustained by obligation. All of that vibrates at a low frequency, and you can't stand it anymore. Your body, your mind, your spirit reject these energies because you no longer resonate with them. It's like trying to eat something that was good for you when you were a child, but that your body no longer accepts today. You've evolved. Your energy system has evolved, and what was once tolerable is now unbearable. That's why so many conversations seem empty lately. That's why you feel tired in places you used to frequent without any trouble. That's why certain people who were part of your routine now seem strange, distant, as if you spoke different languages. It's not that you've become arrogant or distant. It's that you've grown. And growth always creates distance from those who choose to remain in the same place. You're on a different mountain now. And from up there, the landscape is different. The priorities are different. The interests are different. And the universe recognizes this. It knows that forcing coexistence between incompatible frequencies only generates suffering, so it facilitates separation. It creates situations where people naturally distance themselves, sometimes through small disagreements, sometimes through changes of city or routine, sometimes simply through a gradual and natural cooling off. And this, Leo, is not cruel. It's compassionate. It's the universe's way of preventing you from burning yourself trying to keep a fire burning that no longer has any wood. It's its way of telling you, let go, allow it, accept it, because something much better, vibrating at the same frequency as you now, is on its way. Third truth. These departures are tests of your faith and your worthiness. Let's talk now about a truth that might be a little unsettling, but is absolutely necessary for your growth. Every person who leaves your life at this moment is also a test. Test of your faith. A test of your trust in the universe. A test to see if you truly believe you deserve something better, or if you will cling to the familiar out of fear of emptiness. And Leo, you know as well as I do that Leos hate tests. You want quick answers, immediate results, clear confirmations. But the universe sometimes needs to test your determination before delivering the rewards. Think about it. It's easy to say you trust the universe when everything is going well, when people are around you, when you feel loved and accompanied. But the true test of faith happens precisely in moments of emptiness. When people leave, when places become silent, when it seems you are walking alone. That's when the universe asks, do you really trust me? Do you really believe I'm taking care of you? Do you really have faith that this is a repositioning and not abandonment? And here's the secret that many don't understand. The universe only removes something when it's sure you're ready to receive something greater. But it needs to verify that you won't give up halfway through the process. Because if with every difficulty you run back to what is comfortable but limiting, you will never reach what is expansive but challenging. If with every absence you despair and try to fill the void with any presence, you will never have the discernment to recognize the right presences when they arrive. These periods of separation are testing your ability to be alone without feeling lonely. They are measuring your capacity to find fulfillment within yourself instead of seeking it in others. They are checking if you have learned that your happiness cannot depend on who is or isn't by your side. And this is a crucial test because the blessings coming your way require a centered, secure, and self-complete person. They require someone who won't lose themselves when the right relationships arrive. Someone who knows their worth independently of external validation. There's also the test of deserving. Often we say we want something better, but deep down we don't believe we deserve it. So we cling to what little we have. We settle for crumbs. We accept mediocre relationships because we're afraid of having nothing at all. And the universe needs to break that pattern. It needs to put you in a situation where you're forced to choose. Either you truly value yourself and accept the temporary emptiness, or you continue to settle for less than you deserve just to avoid the discomfort of waiting. And look how interesting. When you pass this test, when you remain steadfast even with empty seats around you, when you keep your head held high even without the audience you were used to, something magical happens. You begin to discover an inner strength you didn't even know you had. You discover you can be happy alone. You discover that your light shines with or without witnesses. You discover that your journey continues to be wonderful regardless of who is walking beside you. And this discovery is what qualifies you for the extraordinary connections that are approaching. Because the people the universe is preparing to bring into your life won't want to find you dependent, needy, desperate for companionship. They'll want to find you whole. They'll want to add to your fullness, not fill your void. They'll want to share journeys, not save you from loneliness. And for this encounter to happen in the right way, you first need to learn to be okay with yourself. You need to pass the test of self-sufficiency. And that's what's happening now, Leo. It may be difficult, it may be painful, but it's necessary. It's transformative. It's liberating. If you're enjoying this video and feel these messages are touching your heart and making sense in your life, I invite you to subscribe to the channel now and activate the notification bell. Because here we bring you content like this every week, messages that will help you understand the processes you're going through and connect with your best self. And also, feel free to leave a comment about where you're watching from. I love knowing that these words are reaching Leos all over the world. And if these messages are truly making a difference in your life, consider becoming a channel member. Your support helps keep this work alive and allows us to continue bringing transformative content like this. Let's move forward. There are still many more important truths for us to uncover together. Fourth truth. The universe is protecting you from energies that would drain your future. Leo, the time has come to speak of a truth that will make you look at these separations with a new perspective. The universe isn't just removing people. It's protecting you. It's shielding you. It's preventing certain energies from contaminating the fertile ground where your next blessings will be planted. And this is an act of cosmic love so profound that it deserves all your gratitude, even if it still hurts a little now. Let's be very direct here. Not everyone who left your life was bad. Some were even dear, had good intentions, and shared good moments with you. But good intentions don't always mean good energy. A person can love you and still drain your energy. They can wish you well and still trap you in limiting patterns. They can be present and still distance you from your purpose. And the universe, which sees the whole picture, knows that for you to achieve what you are destined to achieve, these energies need to move away, no matter how painful it may be. Think about how many times you stopped pursuing a dream because someone close to you threw cold water on your ideas. How many times you dimmed your own light so as not to overshadow those around you. How many times you put other people's dreams before your own because you felt obligated to care, to help, to be present. How many opportunities did you let pass because you were busy solving other people's problems? This Leo is energy drain. And it happens so subtly that we often only realize it when we've already wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of chances. The universe sees all of this. It knows exactly how much you've invested in people and situations that don't yield equivalent returns. It counts every drop of energy you've poured onto barren land, hoping something would flourish. And there comes a time when it intervenes, not out of cruelty but out of protection, because it knows that what's coming your way will require you to be at 100%. It will demand all your energy, focus, and vitality. And if you continue to allow others to drain these resources, you won't have what it takes when great opportunities knock on your door. And there's another important layer to this. The universe is also protecting you from envy disguised as friendship, from competition masked as cheering, from emotional sabotage wrapped in worry. There are people who stay by your side not to celebrate your victories, but to ensure you don't shine brighter than them. And Leo, because of their generous nature and belief in the good of others, sometimes takes a while to perceive these toxic dynamics. But the universe notices, and it acts. How many times have you shared an achievement and felt a coldness coming from someone who should have been happy for you? How many times have you received comments that seemed like compliments but actually had hidden thorns? How many times have you noticed a strange glint in someone's eye when you talked about a good opportunity that came up? These are signs of energies that don't vibrate in genuine celebration of your happiness. And the universe, wise as it is removing these presences before they can cause greater harm. Because here is a powerful spiritual truth. Envy and negative energy directed at you can affect your path. They can create invisible blockages. They can delay your blessings. They can create obstacles you don't even understand where they came from. And when you are about to enter the most abundant and victorious phase of your life, there can be no room for these energies in your field. The universe is doing a preventative cleansing. It is building a shield around you, removing everything that could harm you in the near future. So when you feel that pang of sadness for someone who has drifted away, remember, perhaps that person was, consciously or unconsciously, hindering your path. Perhaps they represented an anchor when you needed wings. Perhaps they were a burden when you needed lightness. And the universe, which loves you infinitely, will not allow you to carry unnecessary burdens into your next stage. It is protecting you. It is shielding you. It is preparing you to fly without anything pulling you back to the ground. Fifth truth. You are learning the difference between loneliness and solitude. There is a profound lesson hidden within this whole process of distancing yourself that you are experiencing. And that lesson is called discernment between loneliness and solitude. They may seem the same, but believe me, they are completely different universes. And the cosmos is teaching you to navigate between these two experiences, because this wisdom will be fundamental to everything that is to come. Loneliness is that painful feeling of emptiness. It's when you feel alone even when you're with others. It's the feeling of abandonment, rejection, and not belonging. It's heavy, oppressive, and distressing. Loneliness hurts because it comes from lack, from absence, from the feeling that something is wrong. Solitude, on the other hand, is completely different. Solitude is the state of being alone but at peace. It's when you are with yourself, and this becomes a sacred encounter instead of a painful exile. It's transformative, healing, and revealing. Solitude doesn't hurt, it teaches. And guess what the universe is doing to you right now? It's taking you out of loneliness and placing you in solitude. It's transforming painful emptiness into sacred space. It's changing the narrative of abandonment to self-discovery. But for this to happen, it needed to remove the people who kept you in emotional dependence. It needed to create this literal space in your life so that you could finally find yourself. For years, perhaps decades, you filled your days with people. Good or bad, right or wrong, but there was always someone. And this, in a way, prevented you from getting to know the most important person in your life, yourself. How many times have you sat in absolute silence just to listen to your own thoughts? How many times have you had the time and space to explore your deepest desires without the interference of others' opinions? How many times have you allowed yourself to simply be, without needing to perform for an audience? The universe is giving you this gift right now. The gift of silence. The gift of space. The gift of self-discovery. And at first it might be scary because you're not used to it. It might feel like loneliness because you haven't yet learned to transform it into solitude. But as the days go by, if you allow it, something magical begins to happen. You begin to truly know yourself. You begin to discover tastes, interests, dreams that were buried beneath the expectations of others. You discover that you can have fun alone, that you can make decisions without needing validation, that your own company is truly good, that your thoughts are interesting, that your presence is enough. And this discovery, Leo, is revolutionary, because when you learn to enjoy your own company, you stop accepting just anyone's company to avoid being alone. You stop settling for crumbs just to avoid facing emptiness. You become selective, conscious, firm in your choices about who can or cannot enter your sacred space. And here's the beautiful paradox: when you stop being afraid of being alone, when you transform loneliness into solitude, when you become complete within yourself, that's exactly when the right people start to appear. Because you stop emanating despair and start emanating fullness. You stop looking for someone to complete you and start attracting someone who adds to your completeness. Relationships change completely in quality when you enter them whole, and not broken, looking to be fixed. The universe knows this. That's why it's forcing you to this encounter with yourself. It's creating the conditions for you to cross this bridge from loneliness to solitude. And yes, it's uncomfortable in the middle of the crossing. Yes, there are moments when you want to give up and run back to the familiar. But if you have the courage to continue, on the other side awaits a version of yourself that is independent, self-centered, complete. A version that doesn't need anyone, but that, for that very reason, is ready to wisely choose who truly deserves to be by its side. Sixth truth: your future connections will be based on true reciprocity. Let's talk now about what really matters. About the real reason for all this reorganization the universe is doing in your life. Because it's not simply taking people away from you for the sake of it. All this movement has a clear purpose: to prepare space and prepare you for completely different connections. Connections based on something that may have been lacking in your life until now. True reciprocity. Be honest with me and with yourself. How many of your past and even current relationships were truly reciprocal? How many times were you always the one who called first? Who worried more? Who invested more time, energy, resources? How many times did you give 100% to receive only 20% back, but convinced yourself that everything was fine? Leo has this striking characteristic of giving a lot, of being generous, of believing in people. But this also made you an easy target for unbalanced relationships. And the universe is saying, enough. The time for you to give more than you receive is over. The era of friendships where you are always the support but never the one supported is over. The cycle of relationships where you always give in, always understand, always forgive, always wait, while the other person only receives without reciprocating in the same measure, is over. That's not true connection. That's an energetic imbalance. And you're not being prepared for more of the same. You're being prepared for something radically different. The people who are coming into your life will surprise you. They will call you without you having to chase them. They will remember the details you tell them. They will celebrate your victories with the same excitement you celebrate theirs. They will be there on difficult days without you having to beg for their attention. They will give as much as they receive. They will invest as much as you invest. They will value your presence because they will understand the gift of having a loyal lion by their side. And here's what's truly transformative. These new connections won't drain you. They'll energize you. You won't end conversations with them feeling empty. You'll end them feeling nourished. You won't need to question whether your feelings are reciprocated. You'll feel it in their actions, their words, their constant presence. You won't have to guess if you're important to them. You'll know without a shadow of a doubt, because they'll consistently demonstrate it. But for these people to enter, the previous ones need to leave. Think of it like a restaurant. If all the tables are occupied, even by customers who aren't consuming much, there's no room for new customers who arrive hungry and willing to appreciate what's being served. The universe is freeing up tables. It's opening spaces at the table of your life so that people who truly want to be there, who truly value the feast you offer, can finally sit down. And there's another fundamental aspect. You'll also change in the way you relate to others. Because by experiencing true reciprocity, you'll never accept less than that again. Your standards will rise. Your tolerance for imbalance will decrease. You'll learn to identify early on when a connection isn't balanced, and you'll have the courage to walk away before investing too much. You'll develop a healthy sense of self-protection that isn't selfishness, it's self-care. This means you will no longer stay in relationships out of pity, fear of hurting someone, habit, or fear of loneliness. You will be in relationships because they make sense, because they nourish both sides, because there is flow, because there is genuine exchange. And this change of pattern, Leo, will completely transform the quality of your life. Because relationships are the foundation of almost everything. And when that foundation is reciprocal, healthy, and balanced, everything else flourishes naturally. Seventh truth. You are being realigned with your soul purpose. Now we're going to enter a deeper, more spiritual territory. Because all this movement happening in your life isn't just about human relationships. It's about something much bigger. It's about soul alignment. It's about divine purpose. It's about you finally stepping onto the path that has always been yours, but that you may have strayed from because you were following trails that belong to other people. Every soul comes to this planet with a mission, with a unique purpose, with specific gifts that need to be shared with the world. And yours, Leo, has everything to do with leadership, with inspiration, with shining your light so that others can find their way too. But to fulfill this purpose, you need to be free from distractions. You need to be surrounded by those who add to your life, not those who subtract. You need to have energy available for your mission, not all of it consumed in putting out fires that aren't even yours. And the universe is now undergoing a profound realignment. It's adjusting your course. It's removing everything that has diverted you from your axis. It's bringing you back to the center, to your purpose, to the reason why your soul chose this human experience at this specific moment. And yes, this realignment process can be painful. It may involve losses. It may include separations. But it is absolutely necessary. Think about how many decisions you've made in life that weren't truly your own. How many times have you followed a path because someone expected it of you? How many times have you suppressed your true desires to fit into others' expectations? How many times have you set aside your dreams to live someone else's? All of this has created layers upon layers of misalignment. It has distanced you further and further from who you truly are and what you truly came here to do. The universe is peeling back those layers now. It's taking off the masks. It's removing the false identities you've built to please, to belong, to be accepted. And in that process, people who only knew you through those masks naturally drift away. Because they aren't connected to your true essence. They were connected to the performative version of you. And as you return to your authenticity, those superficial connections simply don't hold up anymore. And you know what's liberating about that? You can finally stop pretending. You can stop being someone you're not. You can let go of the immense weariness of living a life that isn't genuinely yours. And in this return to your true self, to your soul's purpose, you begin to attract people and situations that resonate with your real essence. People who love you for who you truly are, not for who you pretend to be. Opportunities that are aligned with your true gifts, not with skills you've developed just to survive. The universe is also reconnecting you with your forgotten gifts. Those talents you had as a child but abandoned because they didn't seem practical. Those passions you shelved because someone said they wouldn't pay. Those dreams you locked away in a chest because you were convinced they were impossible. It's opening those chests. It's awakening those soul memories. It's reminding you of who you always were before the world told you who you should be. And when you reconnect with your soul's purpose, everything changes. You gain a clarity you've never had before. Decisions become easier because you know what's aligned and what's not. The right opportunities stand out because they speak directly to your essence. And the right people appear because you're vibrating at the same frequency of purpose. This realignment is the greatest gift the universe can give you. And it's happening now through everything you've been experiencing. Eighth truth. The present emptiness is the womb where your new self is being gestated. Let's talk about one of the most powerful and transformative truths in this video. That emptiness you're feeling, that space that formed with the departure of people, that silence that sometimes seems deafening. It's not a black hole. It's a womb. It's the sacred space where a new version of you is being gestated. And gestation, as you well know, happens in the dark, in silence, in solitude. No one conceives a new life amidst the hustle and bustle. Gestation requires retreat. It requires stillness. It requires you to turn your attention inward, not outward. And that is exactly what the universe is creating for you now. It is placing you in a kind of forced spiritual retreat. It is creating the conditions so that you can delve deep into yourself, without the constant distractions of external demands, without the noise of voices that are not your own, without the need to perform for an audience. And just as a seed needs to be buried in the darkness of the earth to germinate, you need this period of introspection for your transformation to truly happen. If the seed resisted the darkness, if it fought against being alone underground, it would never open. It would never germinate. It would never become the majestic tree it has the potential to be. And the same happens with you. If you resist this moment, if you fight against the void instead of inhabiting it, you will delay your own transformation. What is being born within you at this moment is so magnificent that it could not have been born amidst the turmoil of your previous life. It needed this sacred space, this stillness, this retreat. You are becoming someone you cannot even fully imagine yet. A wiser, more centered, more powerful, more authentic version of yourself. And this birth cannot be rushed. It has its sacred time, its natural gestation. And here's something you need to understand deeply. Everything you're feeling in this process is part of the transformation. Sadness is dissolving old identities. Anger is breaking limiting patterns. Confusion is undoing false certainties. Emptiness is creating space for the new. None of this is wasted. None of this is punishment. Everything is an integral part of the death and rebirth process you are experiencing. Because true transformation always involves a death. The death of who you were. The death of how things were. The death of relationships that no longer fit. And death hurts. Even when it's symbolic, even when it's necessary, even when it will lead to a glorious rebirth. It still hurts. And it's okay to feel that pain. It's okay to mourn those losses. It's okay to have difficult days. It doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're fully living the human experience of transformation. But on the other side of this death, a rebirth awaits you. A new life. A new phase so different from the previous one that you will hardly recognize your own journey when you look back. The people who are leaving now will seem like characters from a book you read a long time ago. You will be grateful for each absence because you will realize the space that needed to exist for the right presences to arrive. You will understand that that emptiness was not the end, it was preparation. So honor this cosmic womb where you are now. Don't try to escape it. Don't try to hastily fill it with anything or anyone. Inhabit it. Respect it. Trust it. Because in due time, when the gestation is complete, you will emerge transformed. And then a new phase of your life will begin. A phase where people, opportunities, and experiences will be compatible with this new you that is being born now. Ninth truth. You are learning that quality always beats quantity. The time has come to talk about a fundamental paradigm shift happening in your life. A shift that will impact not only your relationships, but the entire way you move through the world. You are ceasing to value quantity and are finally learning the true power of quality. And this is one of the most important lessons the universe can teach you right now. Think about it. For how long have you measured your life by the number of friends you had? By the number of invitations you received? By your busy schedule full of social engagements? By the long list of contacts on your phone? By the feeling of being needed, sought after, included? The world conditions us to believe that quantity equals success. That having many people around you is a sign of value. That a full schedule is synonymous with a fulfilling life. But the universe is showing you now that this couldn't be further from the truth. You can have 100 people around you and still feel profoundly alone. You can have a packed schedule and still feel that nothing you do has real meaning. You can be known by many and truly understood by none. Because quantity without quality is just noise. It's movement without direction. It's presence without connection. And you are being called now to a completely different standard. A standard where less is infinitely more. The universe is teaching you that it's better to have 3 true friends than 200 superficial acquaintances. That it's better to have 1 deep conversation a week than 10 shallow conversations a day. That it's better to be alone in peace than accompanied in conflict. That it's better to have 1 reciprocal love than 10 fleeting passions. And to teach you this, it needed to remove quantity from your life. It needed to reduce the numbers so that you could finally see beyond them. And as people start leaving, as your schedule empties, as your contact list dwindles, something interesting happens. At first, you feel the impact of this absence. You feel the emptiness. You question your worth. But then gradually you begin to realize that you are breathing easier. That you have more time for the things that truly matter. That your conversations, even if less frequent, are infinitely deeper and more meaningful. You begin to realize that you don't need to attend every event to be happy. That you don't need to respond to every message immediately to be a good friend. That you don't need to be available to everyone at all times to be a valuable person. You learn to be selective. You learn that your time is sacred, that your energy is precious, that your presence is a gift that not everyone deserves to receive. And this change in mindset is revolutionary, because when you start valuing quality over quantity, you stop accepting just anything. You stop saying yes when you want to say no just to please others. You stop forcing yourself into draining relationships simply because it's expected. You stop maintaining dead connections just because they've existed for a long time. You begin to heal. You begin to choose consciously. You begin to build a life that may have less, but is infinitely more valuable. And the universe celebrates when you reach this understanding, because it's a sign that you're ready for what it has prepared. The quality connections that are coming your way could only enter a life that has already understood this principle. They need to find you already valuing quality, already selective, already aware of your worth, because these people are also pure quality, and quality recognizes quality. Quality attracts. Quality adds up. 10th truth. This is the time to turn the page and begin a completely new chapter. Leo, we've reached the last and perhaps most important truth that needs to be revealed. Everything you've experienced so far, all the losses, all the separations, all the emptiness, all the confusion, all of that was the closing of a chapter. A long chapter, perhaps painful at times, perhaps beautiful at others, but definitely a chapter that has reached its natural end. And now you are literally on the blank page of the next chapter. The pen is in your hand, and the universe is waiting to see what you will write. But here's the problem. You can't write a new chapter if you're still clinging to the pages of the previous one. You can't build a new future if you're constantly looking back. You can't attract the new if you're obsessed with resurrecting the old. And many of us get stuck in this transition. Physically, we turn the page, but emotionally, we're still reading and rereading what's already passed. The universe removed people from your life so that you could truly turn the page, so that you could close that chapter not only chronologically, but emotionally, energetically, and spiritually. It created this transitional space where you are no longer in what you were, and are not yet completely in what you will be. And this is the most powerful moment of all, because it is here that you have real power of choice, real power of decision, real power of creation. Right now you can choose what you take from the previous chapter and what you leave behind. You can decide which lessons you carry with you and which hurts you release. You can select which patterns you keep and which you break definitively. You can determine what kind of character you want to be in the next chapter. Hero or victim, protagonist or supporting character, active or passive. The choice is entirely yours. And here's something crucial. The next chapter doesn't have to be like the last. You don't have to repeat patterns just because they're familiar. You don't have to attract the same type of person just because that's what you've always attracted. You don't have to live the same kind of experience just because that's what you know. You can literally start something completely new. A life you've never lived. A version of yourself you've never been. Relationships you've never experienced. This is all available to you now. But for that to happen, you need to make a conscious choice to let go. Let go of the hurt from the person who left. Let go of the resentment about how things ended. Let go of the fantasy of how things could have been. Let go of the need for external closure when the only closure that truly matters is internal. You need to decide that that chapter is over, be grateful for the lessons, and consciously turn the page without looking back. And when you do that, when you truly close a cycle and open yourself to the new, the universe responds immediately. Doors begin to open. The right people start to appear. Opportunities that were blocked begin to flow. Because you created space. Because you released the energy that was trapped in the past. Because you signal to the cosmos that you are ready, that you are available, that you are open to the new. This is your moment, Leo. The moment to be reborn, to reinvent yourself, to create a life that is truly yours, to attract people who vibrate at your current frequency, to build relationships based on reciprocity, to follow your purpose without distractions, to shine your light without fear of overshadowing anyone, to be fully who you are without apologizing for it. The universe removed people from your path because it is preparing a beautiful road for you. A road that requires you to walk lightly, centered, and confidently. And now you are ready for it. Leo, if you've made it this far, it means these words have resonated deeply in your heart. And I want you to know that none of this was by chance. You were guided to this video at exactly the moment you needed to hear these truths. The universe is speaking to you through these words. It's confirming what your soul already knew, but what your mind still doubted. I know it's been difficult. I know there are nights when you question yourself. I know there are moments when you feel like giving up, going back, accepting less just to avoid being alone. But I ask you, resist that impulse. Trust the process. Believe that everything is perfectly reorganizing itself. The people who left needed to leave. The spaces that opened up needed to open. The loneliness you are feeling will transform into powerful solitude. And soon, very soon, you will look back and be grateful. You will be grateful for every absence because you will realize they were obstacles to what you were trying to achieve. You will be grateful for every ending because you will see that they were merely openings to much better new beginnings. You will even be grateful for the pain because you will understand that it was the fuel for your transformation. Now I want to give you a challenge. I want you to stop for a moment today, find a quiet place, and have an honest conversation with the universe. Give thanks for everything that is being removed. Declare that you trust the process. Affirm that you are ready for the new. And then let go. Truly let go. Let go with faith. Let go with gratitude. And watch the magic happen. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the perfect time to do so. Turn on notifications because there's new content here every week. Messages that will support you on your journey, remind you of your power, and connect you with your inner wisdom. And leave a comment. Are you feeling these changes? Are people leaving your life? How are you dealing with it? Let's create a supportive community here in the comments where we can strengthen each other. And if these messages have truly touched your heart, if you feel this channel has made a difference in your life, consider becoming a member. Your support allows us to continue creating this transformative content and reaching more and more people who need to hear these truths. Leo, you are stronger than you imagine, more valuable than you recognize, more prepared than you feel, and you are closer to your rebirth than you can see. Keep going. Trust. Believe. The best is yet to come. And when it arrives, you will understand that everything, absolutely everything, was worth it. A big hug to your heart. And until the next video,